That is one of the best sounds in the freaking world. My gosh. Are you kidding me? How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to show you what it's like to drive the Murcielago SV from a first-person point of view. One of the coolest looking, if not the coolest looking Lamborghinis ever made. It's got a screaming V12 and a 213 mile an hour top speed. Let's go ahead and pop open the engine bay to take a look at that glorious 6.5 liter naturally aspirated V12, making 661 horsepower and 487 pound-feet of torque. I love that you can see the firing order right there on the engine. We've got a massive carbon fiber rear wing for extra downforce. Look how aggressive that rear diffuser is. We've got a titanium exhaust. This one's aftermarket by Bowden, but it does come from the factory with a titanium exhaust. That plus the carbon fiber bucket seats and some other carbon fiber goodies drop the curb weight of the SV by 200 pounds over the standard Murcielago. I'm in love with the way the front end of this car looks. The scissor doors that go up to the sky. These intakes are absolutely insane. These doors are actually taller than I am. That is unbelievable. And then I love these bat wings right here. These actually open up automatically to increase the cooling for the engine, but they just look really, really cool. As does these intakes down there. Murcielago in carbon fiber on the door sill. These seats are so impressive. Alcantara, contrasted yellow Y patterns, SV logo right there. Steering wheel in Alcantara. All right, let's hop inside. The interior is amazing in this thing. The only shortcoming is that E-gear transmission. You pull the paddle to put it into first gear, you pull both paddles to put it into neutral. Reverse is over here, as with the light controls. Now coming over to the side, we've got the front lift button. This activates the bat wings if you want to do that manually. Corsa mode, a more aggressive driving mode. Traction off, the window controls, the gas cap, and to fold in the mirrors. Then if we look over here, carbon fiber all over the door. And back here, look at that. It's number 60 of 350, except it was a recession during the time they made these cars, so they didn't even produce the full 350. They're significantly less than that. Now, this is the E-gear. The other transmission available is a 6-speed manual. That's obviously the better transmission to get, but unfortunately, they only made 6 of them in the world, so basically, it's impossible to actually get one. Let's take a look at the analog gauge cluster. SV logo, 220 mile an hour speedo. All right, let's take it out for a drive. All right, let's take this thing out for a drive, shall we? Key in, V12 on. All right, pull the right paddle to put this thing into gear. Let's turn the climate control down a little bit, but it actually works very, very well. The brake is on, release that, and off we go. This thing is so loud, it's actually hilarious. You know what's crazy? The seat is tilted towards the passenger side. I kind of forgot about that. Your whole body is kind of facing the center of the car, which definitely is going to take a little bit to get used to. Now I'm going to go slow right here until I turn around because a cop did just pass, and this car is so loud with the Bowden exhaust that if he's within 5 miles of me, I'll get a ticket for speeding even if I'm not speeding. So as I mentioned, the biggest shortcoming of this car is the gearbox. Listen how long it takes for those shifts where we're in normal mode. It's actually kind of hilarious. It's like rocking a baby to sleep as you just, surge forward in between shifts. When you put it into Corsa mode, those shifts happen quicker, and obviously at full throttle, things get a little more aggressive. But let's try just partial throttle shift. Still pretty slow. But where this car lacks in its transmission, it makes up for in engine noise. That is one of the best sounds in the freaking world. My gosh. And at full throttle, the shifts are pretty decent and happen quickly. My God, this thing sounds insane. Those downshifts, oh. Are you kidding me? This is literally one one of the best sounding cars in the frickin' world. It does feel pretty heavy around turns. The steering is really heavy. And the tendency, obviously, is for the vehicle to understeer with that all-wheel drive. But man, for an overall experience, this thing is epic. I definitely enjoy the driving experience of this more than the Aventador SV. It just feels more raw, the sound is better, it's a little higher pitch, and just the old school vibe and persona of this SV LP670 is so damn cool. Man, this is something special, truly. This is a Lamborghini that you'd want in a collection, because this is gonna be worth something serious someday. Coming up on a speed tail, just reviewed that car. If you guys missed that review, make sure to check that out. Special thanks to the Triple F collection for making this video possible. I've borrowed this car from them. They've got an incredible collection. Honestly, a really good group of people too. If they weren't, I wouldn't say that. And really easy to work with, fun to hang out with. I've got a link in the description below to their channel and their Instagram, so make sure to check that out. Let's see what this thing is like cruising around. I'm curious. Obviously, we know it sounds incredible. The shifts are violent in Corsa mode at full throttle, but let's just kind of relax a bit and see what this thing is like just putting around town. The suspension rides really firm, as do the seats, like impressively so. Even though it is really wide and kind of heavy, it feels like a race car in the sense that it's so jarring and ridiculous. Oh man, I absolutely love this thing. Turning radius is definitely not great, and as I said, it does tend to understeer, but man, this is absolutely insane. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. Go ahead and lift the front using that button right there, and we'll pull in. All right guys, see you next video.
My gravity.